Sarah Jacob joins us on the phone line. Sarah, what's the latest you have?
Amitabh, again, before we start, we just want to confirm all of this information right now is unconfirmed. All we know is that there has been a shooting that's taken place because that's what the police on the ground have said. We've spoken to the police officer on the ground over there. But all of this news coming in, we know that supposedly 4 people have been shot. We know that the shooter is supposedly a white male who's bald and slightly older man. It's unclear whether some reports coming out from Twitter and other places that say he's not on the scene, but there are also some reports that he's supposedly still inside the Gurdwara and that the police and the FBI have sent in a negotiator to try and talk to him. At this point in time, again, Amitabh, none of this is confirmed. We don't know if it's just one person acting on his own, whether he has any other accomplices, whether he's still in the temple, if there's still any shooting going on, or whether he there's certainly no reports of him being in police custody as of now, but whether he's still at large. But on the ground, there are more than a dozen ambulances parked outside Gurdwara. Media, a few bystanders are gathering, family members are gathering because they're all watching on. You know that these details I think you already have. The first call came in. Hospitals are on standby. There has been a shooting at a Sikh temple. This is in Milwaukee, and that supposedly there were about 400 Sikh families. They've been there. These are the states that Indians have come. First came to years ago in the 60s and the 70s. They started off in Milwaukee. Now there are about 400 strong Sikh population here in this area. Again, this may be, again, I want to stress this is not confirmed. This may be, but some people have reported that authorities have sent in someone to negotiate because we're not sure if this person is still inside. From the building, as you can see, it's a very large, strong, it's a proper building, so you can't really hear anything that's coming in from the inside, but we're still awaiting more news. This is a developing story, so news is really coming in little by little from Wisconsin.
Again, Sarah, unconfirmed reports of the number of people shot, the number of gunmen inside, whether they are hostages. There are reports just coming out which are completely unconfirmed as yet.
Everything as of this point is unconfirmed. I think one of the lessons also we're learning, both the authorities and the press are really taking it very slow on this story. Nobody wants to contribute to a hostile or a terrible situation right now in any way. People are keeping low on the information until they know for sure what's happening on the ground and until they have the situation on the ground under control. I've spoken with the police station, the closest police station whose officers are on the ground. That's exactly what they've said. They can confirm there has been a shooting that's taken place. That's all they're going to say at this point of time. They don't want to make a situation worse than it is. But again, like you said, reportedly 4 people have been shot, at least another 15 injured. Hospitals are on standby, ambulances are on the ground, police stations are on the ground. They've stopped any traffic from going into this area, and they've even stopped air traffic over and above. All you can see are pictures of the temple taken from a local TV station, which is an aerial shot. It's a large building. It doesn't in any way resemble a Gurdwara like the ones we know in India. It just looks like a regular structure. It could be any building from the outside. This is the building we're focusing on in all the local stations. But you can see for at least 100, 200 meters around it, it's completely clear, but there are police vans, police officers, everybody's gathering around the area, and we're still trying to figure out more details of what exactly is going on inside. But multiple people are reportedly shot. The suspect is still at large. Some reports that he's still inside. Family members are gathering around. This area in Wisconsin has a strong Indian American community. A large part of them Sikhs. Clearly, they have such a large temple. We're assuming that there must be enough Sikhs to be able to raise the funds, etc., to have such a large temple there. This temple is about maybe 5 to 8 years old, so it's relatively new, but it still is a large structure, and we're waiting to see for more details to emerge.
Right, still again no official confirmation on what exactly is happening, but no chances are being taken. I'm seeing many news agencies reporting that they have been asked by the FAA, the Federal Aviation Authority, to stay a distance away, that is their choppers, and news organizations also saying they will not show the active scene in case there is anyone inside the temple who has access to television or the internet. So the media, though, is in presence in great number there. All kinds of precautions are being taken just in case there is a hostage situation developing, and just in case that gunman or gunmen are inside the Gurdwara, Sarah.
That's right, Amitabh. Again, we know the shooting took place at 10:30 a.m. in the morning. It is a Sunday, so I'm assuming there were Gurdwara services going on, regular Sunday services. So I'm assuming, going by that, it must have been packed or a busy day going by the time. And again, reports slowly coming out. All of these unconfirmed right now are that the shooter is a white male, not particularly very young, but an older man. He's bald. We're again not sure what this has to do. It is way too early to even go into whether this is a hate crime or not, but we do know that this is a Gurdwara. The Sikhs must have been inside. There's been a shooting that's taken place. The shooter allegedly is a white male. Authorities are on the ground. We're reporting that one gunman has opened fire. These are the morning services, Sunday morning at the Sikh temple, so it must have been packed. He's supposedly still on the loose inside the temple. Possibly he's holding hostages. These are some reports coming out from witnesses, or maybe not witnesses, probably family members who have either managed to get in touch with or are trying to get in touch with their family members who are inside. But authorities, that's police, that's ambulances, the fire department, they're all on the scene. They are trying to get the situation under control, and the moment that happens, it will, we should probably have more details. This is a Sikh temple in Wisconsin. It's about 20 minutes south of Milwaukee, so it's on the border between Wisconsin and Milwaukee. The whole police department, we spoke to police authorities, the closest police station, they've declined to comment. All she told me was that we do have a shooting and that our whole department is out there. She says they're trying to figure this out, but they're not giving any, they don't want to speak about this right now. They don't want to add to any of the confusion that could emerge. It's unclear how many people have been wounded. The shooter is still reportedly inside the building. That's what we've been told. We don't know if people have started being taken to the hospital, but we do know that hospitals in the vicinity are on standby to deal with any of the injuries that could be brought to them.